Welcome back to another Straight to the Point podcast. Chelsea in the building. Vince. Got your boy Nasty over here.
Yeah.
And
what
today we're going to have Marquis.
Hey, everybody.
All right,
Fashion
Marquis. Go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Let them know.
I am a native of Cartersville, Georgia. I do fashion design, creative directing, event planning, and model training. I recently just moved to Atlanta, so I'm located and I'm based out of there. I don't know, Chelsea and Vincent are my cousins. I love what they're doing, so I definitely wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about my fashion since I haven't done a fashion show in like 3 years, and just let people know what I have coming up and the things that I have on the scene and different things like that. So I'm pretty excited.
There's your cousin.
Yeah, I'm your cousin too. I felt
Listen,
some type of way
I'm sorry.
that I was waiting for the proper time.
I'm
you
sorry.
know what I'm saying?
Darius is my cousin as well. So we all kin folks in here.
Today is a family affair. We have a family affair today.
It's always.
It's funny because V was supposed to come too, and V our cousin too.
Really?
Yeah. We just found that out when I was talking to him on the phone about coming. And then I saw Taryn on his story, and I was like, look, cousin. He was like, that's your cousin? How that's your cousin? We started talking about it. I was like, dang, small world.
Yeah, it be like that. I told y'all, everybody in Cartersville kinfolks.
Yeah.
He's actually a Brown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But anyway, let's get on into this interview.
Yeah.
So you do a little fashion. What got you started with the fashion?
I always want to look like myself. I don't like looking like other people. So in high school, me and my best friend Katie, we used to like cut up our clothes. Yeah, and she's a fashion guru too. But we used to like cut our clothes up and stuff like real different. Then I went to Fort Valley State, and people started seeing my pants. So they was like, oh, you made me some pants, and it just went from there. And then my auntie passed away in 2014, which is where I got my clothing line and everything from, and I just went from there. Just started doing it, pretty much.
That's what's up. What's the name of it?
Yellow Enchanted.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got popping off.
So what does the word fashion, what does that word mean to you?
It's basically having no boundaries but stepping new lines that's been crossed. Basically in the sense of like you set whatever standards you want for fashion. Like I say it all the time when people come in and they like, oh well, you gotta have this to be that kind of person in fashion and gotta have that. No, it's just how you wear it and what you wear it. Cause you can have on designer and I can be looking like the thrift store and you'll never know.
We said that last week.
Yep.
It's getting out on you.
Yeah.
My nigga, you made these?
I did.
That shit is hard. Hey, he not playing. We just gonna go ahead and shout him out. Revamp Fashion Killer _ all like it's supposed to be spelled on Instagram. Go follow him because these fans is hard.
But
you know what I'm saying?
hold on, we're not even gonna stop there. I was on Facebook. They had prom yesterday. He made his sister's prom dress.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Go ahead.
I was just
zoom
looking
in
at
on that prom dress.
I was just
Marquis
looking at
made that. Look at that there. He be doing his thing, y'all. Don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on him.
Always.
Yeah.
What you started out, John?
No, that prom dress really took me out. It took me like so much to do it.
Yeah.
Because it was, first of all, it was such a high standard because that's my little sister.
Yeah.
So I was beating myself up about that. Then I've made gowns before, but it was always just like me throw some of their clothes down on the fabric and just cut. No fundamentals. So basically like fashion is like basketball. Like you gotta have the fundamentals to know how to play the game. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Like you want to have fundamental because it's gonna boost your technique. You know what I'm saying? And you just mix your talent in. So I had to make a pattern. I had never made a pattern before. Like all her measurements and everything. So it took me out. But when I finally finished it, like I was really happy.
And you're just like, oh, I'm about to do more of this.
Yeah, that's like, I'm ready to get to the house and start on something else now because I got some other stuff.
How long it took you?
It took me a couple of months because those feathers were by hand and it's about 120 of them on
Yeah,
there.
that shit fire. That shit fire. Yeah, you did that, plug.
Thank you.
Did you start out drawing? That's what I was asking.
No. I used to just work off impulse. Like I used to just do stuff. Like I would see it and I would just be like, okay, I'm gonna make it come to life. And then when I would make it come to life, most of the time it wasn't even what I seen in my head.
Yeah.
So I would just be like, what's the point of like, you know what I'm saying, drawing it? But I sketched hers out. But it ended up being a totally different way when I got done with it.
Yeah. So what at what age did you realize that you wanted to take this as a career? Like you said, you always wanted to look different than everybody else, but what age did you want to take this as a career?
Honestly, just recently.
Yeah.
Probably like after my last fashion show. Like that's probably why I haven't had anything else.
Okay.
I had a creative block. I had to really figure out like if I'm gonna do this and this is what I want to do, I need to figure out who I am as a designer. Like I can't just be going off of give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. I want this, I want that. Like I gotta find out what's gonna make me me. So when I go to the red carpet, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's Yellow, or that's whoever, or whatever the case may be. Like you gotta set yourself. So I just decided like it's time. I feel like this is for me. I was running from it for a long time, like a really, really long time. But now I feel like coming in the scripts and be like, okay, this is something that you really want to do. Like do it and be serious about it. So I'll probably say around 2016, and just this time that I've been off the scene, I've just really just trying to perfecting my craft and like doing little stuff like here and there, you know.
That's good growth right there, bro. Like the confidence, like that's a big factor in making something like this, like out of nothing. Any type of art that you're doing, like it's definitely gonna take that confidence to just to block everything out and just focus on getting your art out. You know what I'm saying? That'll stop you from being great, like for real. So you gotta believe in yourself, look yourself in the mirror, be like, hey, I'll go hard.
That's true, because that's just like a writer.
It is hard,
but you can
work up to it. Yeah, you take it day by day and you work up to it. You just block out all that negativity,
right?
Yeah,
all that negativity,
because
the universe is gonna give you what you put out.
Exactly.
So if you give out positive energy, no matter what area you in, it's gonna come back to you regardless. So recently I've really became a big firm believer of that, like just putting out positivity, and that's what you're gonna get back. Like so I'm just to a point to like even if somebody do something to me, I try to do something nice for somebody random I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like just little stuff like that.
You can still fuck them up though. Like you know what I'm saying? You can fuck them up and then do something nice. Like that works for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true. So I don't know, just changing your mindset, like changing your circle, just like who you're around, because you are gonna be what you're around. So like, if you surround yourself around millionaires, that's what you're gonna be.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what me and Forrest was just talking about the other day.
Right.
It's like anybody that you try to go out with and do stuff with, and they be like, I ain't got it, or I can't right now. You slowly back up. You need to be around people that if you say, let's do this, all right, let's go. You see what I'm saying? Or just you know,
pay for
in general.
You do. That's what you gotta do.
You can do that to an extent, but they gotta be able to build themselves and be able to do it themselves too.
No. When I'm talking about if they trying, like if you ain't trying, then we good. We good. Yeah, stay at home. But if you trying, like, come on, bro, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, we do that anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, there's times we go out with our friends, we pick up the bill, or they pick up the bill. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But I mean, it's gotta go both ways. It can't be me picking up the bill all the time.
Exactly. No, fuck that. I don't want to be around nobody who don't want it as much as I do.
Exactly.
Like that shit. Like nah. That's what you like that. I'm doing myself a disservice, bro. By you know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's up? We still cordial, kicking it like That's where I'm at in life. It's time to boss up. Like you know what I'm saying? Time to be what you were born to be. You know what I'm saying?
Especially staying in Atlanta, being around so many successful
black people.
Like you
pull up in a Lambo.
Your mindset just changed. You know what I'm saying? Because I work at Zara in Lennox. So when I first started working at Zara, you know what I'm saying? Like when I would see black, and it's a horrible way to think, but you have, the crab in the bucket mentality. So when you see black people come in with designer stuff on like that constant, and those are your clientele and those are your customers, you like, oh, they scamming. You know what I'm saying? You think the worst.
That's exactly.
They a scammer, or they doing this, or they selling dope or something like that. But a lot of them people, like once you build that relationship, they have businesses and just different things like that. So my mindset just changed. Like you gotta take into consideration, Marquis, you came from somewhere where the yearly pay for somebody was maybe $250,000 to somewhere where it can be anywhere from $750,000 to $1 million for one average person. Yeah. So when you change your mindset to get into that environment that you want to be around and where you at, especially somewhere like that with so much exposure, things just become different to you. Like you see different in a different light.
Exactly. Because like you say too though, because I work at the Capitol Grill right there in Buckhead. So we get them in there all the time. Go ahead. So we get them in there all the time, and so we'd be like, oh, she a stripper. Or, here come this scammer. Or, but 9 times out of 10, that is what they are. You see what I'm saying? Right. But I did meet one girl, and we then became cool. And she, we became cool, and she was talking about how when she used to go to the bank, how they used to be like, oh, she must be like, they used to say she's a stripper or a celebrity's girlfriend or wife or whatever, and kind of find out she is the baby mama of a basketball player. But if you get to know her, she has her own business inside of Phipps Plaza. You see what I'm saying? So
long as you hustling towards something else, like if you ain't comfortable, cause you got like sometimes like you, depending on what type of situations you in, you got to do what you got to do to get where you trying to be. And you got orange juice?
Nah, I ain't got none yet.
And basically, like, it's some folks. That's why I was trying to answer you. I'm like, why they denying it? Why they denying it? But basically, like, you want to work towards something better. You don't want to be stuck in that. Like, they remember them T-shirts that we used to see that said, "Can't sell dope forever."
Yep.
Them like that, just like that. You got to be working towards something better. So I ain't tripping over that. Like, just. Like Cardi B, for example. Like, look at how she flipped her whole life around.
And
like,
she used that platform how it should have been used.
Dog, first time I heard of her was on a podcast in like 2015. I didn't even know who she was. This was before Love and Hip Hop and all that shit. And she's like, yeah, I'm coming out with an EDM album, coming out with makeup. And she did everything. She's like, I'm finna like just take over. I want to be more than a stripper. That's what she said. And she really did everything she said. She was on Love and Hip Hop, then she took off.
And that's very true. You have to speak those things. It's life and death in the tongue. So when you speak it, it's going to happen.
People who don't understand the struggle, man, fuck them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't need to deal with them anyway.
Yeah.
So, do you have any people in the industry that you've worked with?
I wouldn't necessarily.
I know you get a deep ass side.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. You know what I'm saying? I have some people that I'm inspiring to work with right now. Some people that are potentials. You know,
Gotcha.
I worked with, and I never like to really bring her up in the interview because I feel like I say her name wrong. But I worked with an Asian girl one time. Her name was Janisi. And she's like real big on Instagram, and I'll give you guys her Instagram and stuff. And she raps. I did a course set with her for a video shoot.
I think I seen that.
Like a year or so ago.
I remember it.
But just being in Zara, like, it's opened me up to so many celebrities, like so many people that y'all see on a daily basis shop in my store. They're my clients, like, build connections with these people. Oh, I gave Pretty V some of my bandana slides.
Okay.
Pretty V from Instagram, the comedian.
Oh yeah, you got gangbanging slides, like for sure. Like for all the bloods out there, he got you. I'm not sure what this pink gang is, but you know,
it was
for
a girl.
those
She
Cameron
requested
gang.
some of those.
Yeah.
So yeah, I gave her some of those. But other than that, I have a few people that I'm.
Gonna be a lot of drive-bys in
low
these.
key working.
See, that's why I was like, when you did that, I was like, it must be like low key right now.
Low key trying to get working too. So
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
and who?
Go ahead.
Who are some of your favorite locals that you've worked with and had a big outcome with?
I did a project with Major one time. It was just something like an assignment that he gave to me through his brother. Just to see, you know, sometimes you need those tests, you know. So it was like a test kind of thing. That was really fun. He really pushed me. Like, that was a boundary that me and Derek had to do that shoot like in somebody's living room last minute, but it got done. Of course, my brother City B. It's always a joy to work with him. I'm sorry. It's always a joy to work with him. God, I've just done so much stuff with people in Cartersville.
Who's some of the big name designers that inspire you there?
Shane Justin is up and coming. He's based out of Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
He's putting stuff on everybody's City Girls. I've been following him for a really, really long time because the way he started, he just used to do how I did, take stuff from the thrift store and redo the alterations and just, you know, come up with something. And he's like my favorite. And Alexander McQueen. Those are my two.
Yeah. Okay.
That's two good ones. Two great ones.
Glad you didn't say Gucci, none of that.
I mean,
how you feel about that?
Nothing against the brands, but I just feel like
they shit is fly, but they attitude is what?
I just know the manufacturing process of how that stuff is done.
Is it like you saying it's like microwave? What you saying?
I wouldn't say it's like microwave.
Put it together
it's
real
just
quick?
like I'm not speaking on anybody like brand like Gucci or anything like that. This is nothing that I've done my research on, but I just know like when you have a market and you have a place like that, some people just want to get quick. So I guess you can say microwave.
Yeah,
so they go to these second and third world countries and they have these people work for little to nothing in these dangerous conditions.
So the shit ain't really designer.
It's designer, like places like you can't say stuff like that for places like Gucci and stuff like that because they have a team. They have a team of visual merchandise. They have a team of designers. They have people that they sit down, draw up, and feel like the color of the year is coral. You know what I'm saying? So what can we make like this? What's this like this? What we feel like this? Fashion forward that draw those things up for that brand. But when you think of like quick places like, you know, places you see in the mall and stuff like that, that's not like boutiques. That's like microwave stuff. Like
for sure. It's like it's stepped
from
on
a third world country, which most places now a lot of people order from China, which isn't third world conditions. Like those are like legal jobs for them there, like how we have manufacturing here, like Shaw. Like those are like for them, so that's like a day of living, like that's their money type deal over there.
The industry,
basically. But I just feel like I don't know, like stuff like that. I don't know. like you just have to do your research on the brands to start with. Like a lot of those brands don't like black people.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because you named like some up and coming folks and something like that. You didn't even name the Louis and the Gucci's and the Hermes and all that shit. So I did peep that. So
it all looks the same to me too. Like especially these, like I know I got some.
They biting off our swag,
these
bro.
fat shoes, and that's what
they
most
biting
people
off
do.
our
And that's
swag.
when it happens. When you have a team of visuals and stuff like that, the first thing they do is come to raw talent on Instagram. So that's gonna be people like myself and people like that haven't really they've made a name for themselves, whether it's locally where they at or whether it's in their little region or whatever the case may be. They just haven't got the right kind of exposure.
Exactly.
Okay.
So they pull from those people. That's why you may see something that you've seen somebody do with raw talent before on a market brand, because somebody's pulled at least an idea or snippet from that. I'm giving you something. So it's like you just have to, be easy with stuff like that. That's why, big brands and stuff like that, I just feel like it's not as authentic as it used to be back in the day. Like back in the day when people like Alexander McQueen and stuff like that, when they used to draw from inspiration, it was something behind it, like Gianni Versace, you know what I'm saying? Like it was something behind it, it was story, it was concept. Not saying that they don't now, but I don't think
he made his own material.
Yeah,
Versace had that shit power. Versace had Tupac. Every episode we talk about Tupac, he had Tupac in the shirt. So you know what I'm saying? The silk shirt.
So what about the fashion industry do you enjoy the most? Like the designing part or the fashion show type stuff? The lights, the camera, the action.
Definitely the creative directory side. That's what I was just telling my cousin on the way. I hate sewing, and I'm just be honest with y'all. I do. I hate getting up on a machine. I really do, because it's so tedious. And like I said before, I'm self-taught, so I don't know all of the fundamentals. So when it can get a little frustrating, which I try not to be like that because it's such an immature state, but it gets frustrating. So I don't really like to deal with all that, like being up under the machine and stuff like that. But putting those concepts together, like having my shows, like the performances that my girls do, like each one of my fashion shows, my girls or myself can tell you the storyline behind it, what that garment came from, what that piece came from, what significance it played, why we use that song, you know what I'm saying? So the creative directory is definitely my thing. Like that's what I originally want to do. So people like June Ambrose and stuff like that, because she does a lot with Beyonce's tour concepts and her visuals and stuff like that. That's where I want to be. Like J'adore commercials, Dior commercials, Dolce & Gabbana commercials, like that's where I was.
Hands on everything. Hands on everything. Like I like that too. Your idea, like your brain just all in totally different places. Like I thought of that shit from the ground up. Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I try to think of it like that.
The like you said, the music, all that.
Because I've been to one of your fashion shows, and man, when them girls come out, they come out with their attitude, slanging their hair.
And I appreciate them so much because a lot of them had never modeled before. You know what I'm saying? Like it was basically really all of them, you know what I'm saying, like Nisha, all of them, like, but it was just so much potential, those are my cousins too. So, and then it's so crazy, like when I started it, my Father's Day weekend, we always have an annual cook-off. So, that side, my mama's side, I'm always with them that weekend or whatever. And for some reason, I had a whole bunch of clothes, and I was like, and I had stand out there at one of my cousin's house, and I was like, y'all, let's do a photo shoot. We ain't have nobody's camera, had a little raggedy little Android phone. Thought the camera was popping.
You heard what he said, right? Did you hear what he said?
Right.
What kind of phone you want? What kind of raggedy phone you had?
Android phone.
Ain't nothing raggedy about this, baby.
I was trying to Galaxy.
Don't leave me hanging, dog.
Hey, we talking about Galaxy crazy. Samsung, Android, two totally different things, my guy. Two totally different things.
Everybody in the room got an iPhone with a problem. Talking shit.
I took all my clothes out there that weekend. I was like, y'all, let's just do a shoot, whatever. And they was for it. And I took them topless that first shoot. We got so much, feedback and stuff from it. But I was so excited showing my auntie she died that next day. So it was just like how everything just played off in the perspective. Like even then, like that photo shoot was called In the Meadows Grass. You know what I'm saying? And that was just something that I just thought of. And then for that to be going on with our Father's Day cook-off and then her passing that weekend and everything. So I just felt like it was only right, you know what I'm saying, to just mold everything together and just let it from that point forward. It be a concept, it be a molding, and this is what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you've inspired some people as well, because I know Ashley that was modeling with you. She's started doing her own thing on the side too.
Well, she was always modeling training before. She did modeling at Valdosta State Fusions, because when you go to HBCUs, they have like modeling like little agencies within the school, and they do competitions and stuff like that. So she was with Fusion, so she was my appointed walk-in coach.
Oh, okay.
So like when my girls would come in and they had like 0 to none experience, what we didn't collaborate on and what I didn't show her, she would teach my girls. So all the spinning and the turning and the techniques and stuff like that was really from her. So we meshed together, and then we grew up together, and we also did an internship with Miss Lawanda back in the day. So we were already familiar in fashion and everything. So that just worked together, and it just molded together and meshed together.
That's what's up.
I was saying, because I know your last fashion show you did at Emerson. I was
at the Civic Center.
Yeah, she was saying that she was working on something with clothing too. So I feel like her working with you kind of like helped build and inspire.
And I really hope so. Like I used to tell them all the time, like, this is never a place where you feel like you should be entitled or you should be stuck with Yella Enchanted or anything like that. If other people give you guys opportunity, like, go out and do it. Like, this is what this is for, because I seen the potential in y'all, and I know y'all can do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when she told me she wanted to do clothes, I was like really excited, and she does lingerie. And so it's just like, I was really excited about that, you know what I'm saying? So just to see them like progress and do different things, like even with like Nisha and Lizzie just doing different stuff, like working with Kelly Brooke Styles, just different things like that, and traveling and getting to experience the because they went to Maryland, get to experience the Maryland scene, because I used to live there, you know what I'm saying? So I know it's like they're real big on like walking and runway and stuff like that. So it's just great to see them to do stuff like that. Like it's great. It makes me feel good.
I know it just makes you feel good that you helped start. You know what I mean? Get them started and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So, what's one of your favorite pieces that you ever designed?
It was this corset that I did a while back, like a year or so ago. I used it for my graduation shoot, which I did a video for, a visual. It's in there. That's just the first part, but I gotta finish the second part. But until yesterday, it's as Deasia Stress.
Okay.
So as of yesterday, it's now Deasia Stress.
Yes.
Yeah. It's gotta be, yeah.
Now, my next thing is just to top it and see which one I can make my favorite going on this point forward. That way it just gets better and better every time.
That's what's up. Got to.
And you were saying, you said you did fashion, and you said, what else did you say?
Event planning.
Event planning. That's what I was going for, the event planning. What got you into event planning? Because I didn't know you was doing that until you just said it.
Yeah, like all my shows, like any decor, any lineups of like music, chair settings, me and my girls, like that was the setup that I was given. Like any decorations that you've seen, like it was things that I bought, it was reasons that I put it there, why I wanted it there, stuff like that. So that kind of like molded the event planning thing for me a little bit, because it dances around creative directory. So I feel like it's a skill that I'm gonna have to obtain to be able to do this. So I was just like, well, I might as well just go ahead and get in tap with it. And I like DIYs. Like I get on YouTube, like my apartment is just little DIYs that I like doing, backdrops and just all kinds of stuff that I'm gonna do. So I don't know, it just pulled in together. It just makes me want to challenge myself with it too.
Have you done anything for anyone yet?
Like a DIY for anybody?
Or any kind of event?
Like an event?
Oh no, I haven't. I actually haven't. I actually want to challenge myself and do one. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be a guinea pig run. Like don't expect it to be, top notch.
We gotta start from somewhere, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody started somewhere.
Right.
You gotta crawl for your walk. You know what I'm saying?
That shit ain't no joke. I was watching that.
Bro, these kicks fire.
What's that? That Diddy TV? Was it Diddy? The TV show? Oh no, that was T.I.'s TV show. When he had them people playing that event for that time. And he was going off. I was like, oh,
he was snapping.
Yeah, that shit gotta be stressful.
You talking about the little party where Tiny Hill got caught on fire?
No,
it was a TV show he had.
No, he had trying to be like
Hustle. The Hustle.
Yeah.
I can't remember
kind of like
the exact
name.
Ultimate Hustle or something.
Yeah.
And they was trying to plan an event.
Yeah, you right.
He was getting bad.
He was going off. I was like, damn, I didn't know it was that serious.
You have to deal with like budgeting with different stuff like that, and then in my case scenario, like people gotta understand, me and my girls was having practice too. Like these are grown women with whole lives and kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they were still taking their time. Like we would be in practice 3 and 4 hours, heels on, running songs over, doing stuff again. Like, and you have to do that, and you have to deal with like people calling. Then you got people selling tickets, because I make my tickets and stuff too. Like all my ticket printouts that you see, like I make them. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's
I do all that stuff.
That's some dope marketing, dog.
And so it's like you gotta balance it, but it's fun though. It's real fun, but especially when you see it all come to life. But it's tedious.
See what happened when you come to Cartersville? I didn't even know I had access to, you know what I'm saying, these type of people like doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like I love
crazy talent in
I love creativity, dog. And it feed like the one thing about creativity, man, it feed off. You know what I'm saying? If I'm creative, me being around you, you gonna pick up some of my swag. I'm gonna pick up some of yours. You know what I'm saying? Better art.
So do you got, speaking of that, do you got somebody that you like to be with or work with that help you get into your creative zone better?
No.
Yeah.
As my mama says, because my mama say I get crazy when she say I'm a whole other person when I start making stuff. Yeah. And I do, like I'll be like, look, y'all better get on up out of here, you know what I'm saying, and all that, you know, and it may be like the simplest thing, like me just trying to sew this button on here, but it's got to be done in a certain way, you know what I'm saying? And so I just really like to just listen to music, you know what I'm saying, and just chill out, you know, whatever path that I'm trying to take the design, because like I said, it's got a story behind it if I'm doing it. So whatever path that I'm trying to take the design, I typically like put myself in that zone by listening to that kind of music and just set that kind of environment, so I'm not spazzing out, because that must be a family
thing.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I don't want to write raps around niggas. I like look, bro, don't even look at me. Like, bro, and niggas be talking. Like, I need the beat looped a certain way. Like, no, I'm better off in my room with some headphones.
I was on my way to work and I heard this beat and I was just like freestyling to it. So then I'm on my way to work. I'm on my way into work and I was just, you know, going over to my head, and the dude caught the elevator with me, and I'm like,
yeah.
Why you get on the elevator? You know what I mean?
Like, petty as hell.
Yeah, like I'm over here trying to do this shit in my head now because you done got on the elevator with me, like crazy. Or Kenzie even tell you, like, if I'm working on something and they come down there and they just say, "Mama," I'm like, "What do you want?" I'm trying to do something right now.
And that's how I be with my mom and them. Like, they'll come in and I'll be like, it'll be the simplest thing. They'll be asking me for it. I'll be like, "Girl, get out of here." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I get annoyed with my girl like that. Like, stop talking to me. She ain't done nothing wrong. Text me.
Got to apologize later.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I was just working.
Exactly.
Because when you be in that creative zone, like, you really want that time to just create. Like, and I know everybody hate him, but I could really feel for Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Because he's creative. It's craft. Like, I don't know what nobody. I don't care what
creative
nobody
niggas
else
is
can
crazy
say
though.
about
That's what it
he's
is.
Really crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Creative niggas is crazy. So I'm vouching for me.
If you don't have,
I'm vouching like real. Like no. It's real shit. Like that's just a part of it. I don't even understand it, but I do understand it. I don't know how deep it get. But
it's just if you don't allow yourself to create work on what you want to work on, you would drive yourself crazy trying to please other people.
Yeah, you will.
So that was another thing that made me pull back too. Like,
you won't get nothing done.
I feel like so many people were starting to fall in, you know, into what I had going on. I was getting orders here, orders there, and which, don't get me wrong, like, I appreciate it. I'm grateful. I thank my city for how supportive they have been with everything that I have done. You know what I'm saying? 110%, because I never would have thought. Because I used to beat myself up about my craft for the longest time because I'm self-taught. But if you don't give yourself that time to like figure out what you want out of your design and create and make these concepts and put that stuff out how you want to, it'll drive you crazy. And that's why I was getting to a point like it was getting ill and it was making me not even want to do it anymore or like it anymore. So I was like, well, I need to pull back and rejuvenate myself because at some point in time I can't keep working for 9 to 5.
I remember a point in time where you was like, you was making pants, and you was like, look, I'm not taking any more orders.
Right. Yeah, like it just gets bad, and then you know sometimes you know with business you got to deal with the good, bad, and the ugly. So all your clients aren't gonna be easy to work with, but you still have to remain in a professional setting and everything. And not trying to bash anybody, but that's just the way that the cookie crumbles, and that's how business rolls. So you know, and one thing my mama tell me all the time, you can never make business personal. And I was making a lot of business personal, and I had to learn how to decipher the two.
That's hard.
So,
that's hard.
It is hard to separate the two.
Especially when like when your clientele are your friends and family, and
those
they trying to, you know what I mean, undercut your ass and stuff.
The worst ones.
Like, my time and labor takes time too. You're not finna go in Gucci like y'all was saying. Be like,
Exactly.
oh, let me get $95 off this $895 sweater.
Nope.
Shit, I
Just 'cause
will.
You my cousin.
But I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that to y'all though. I do that at them stores.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I be looking for the clearance.
Yeah.
Fly clearance shit.
Speaking of like you said, the good, bad, and the ugly. Have you ever had to deal with like hate or negativity? And if so, how did you cope with it? How did you deal with it?
I have when I canceled my prom. I got so much backlash, but you know you have to take stuff like that. Like
I thought that was gonna be dope too.
I did
it
too.
was.
I
was gonna deliver.
shopping and
I was
everything.
gonna deliver you guys a great prom.
Yo,
but I was so excited about the response that it got.
Oh, hold up. No. You can't just skip past that.
Yes, he's gonna have an adult prom.
I was gonna have an adult prom.
I still
That's
got,
fine.
I still got my tickets.
That's fine.
I was going through my
That's
stuff
fine.
and I found my ticket.
Run us through that.
Yo,
Run us
the city was
through.
going
Yeah, get the camera back on
So
him.
I was riding with my sister, and I had been going through so much crap with school. It was getting close to me finish with my associates or whatever. So, and I was like, man, I really want to have something. And I was like, Ty, what if I have a prom? And she was like, that'll be lit. So I made a post, and I was like, if this post get 100 likes, I'll have an adult prom. It got like 300, like 20 minutes.
Okay.
So people was like, yes, run that, do that, do that. So I was like, okay, so you know me, you know, I had done so many events in the past. I was like, oh, this gonna be cake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not really thinking like, and the expenses of like really trying to deliver a grade A prom. Like,
Because that location was gonna be lit too.
Lit. And Bosh, she does a great job at the Dream Room. Like, if you guys ever want to rent from her, she's a sweet girl, sweet woman, sweet lady. Great to work with, easy to communicate with. But and I was just so excited. Like, I had made the teeth for it and everything, and stuff just didn't go how it was planned. I just felt like I wasn't gonna give the city the prom that I wanted to give them.
Did you have like a team with you, or was you doing it? Yeah, see,
doing
that's why
it.
you would have had to been selling dope or scamming or some shit to make that pop off by yourself.
And it wasn't even the funds that was the issue, because you got to spend money to make money.
Yeah.
So
True.
you got to, and every success that you get is not gonna be, you know, everything that you do is not gonna be a success.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When Tyler Perry first started having plays, he was paying thousands of dollars for venues and was having maybe 20, 30 people there, if that.
The risk part of the lifestyle.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got to take those risks, and you got to pull whatever was going on in that situation. You got to pull from it what was for you and keep going. So, and that kind of was a reason for my downfall too. Like, what made me like pull back from everything, because the kind of response that I was getting from people that, you know what I'm saying, that had been supporting me for so long. But I just had to take it like a grain of salt, and I had to strive.
It was a lot
and I had
of
to ask
backlash.
God, what was it that you wanted me to get from this, and make me who you need me to be from this. So I just dealt with it, you know, internally, really. Like, I really didn't give no backlash. I wasn't going back and forth with nobody. Like, that's really not my type of style anyways. I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'll let you have that 5 or whatever. Like, I'm not doing that. I just had to go back into my domain and pull back what was gonna be best for me, instead of trying to figure out what was gonna be best for everybody else. Yeah. So when the negativity and the hate will come, I would just had to be like a duck.
I remember when I saw it all unfolding, you had made that status saying, you you made the status saying, it happened for, reasons, but you wasn't going to go into it, whatever, and it was so negative. Right. And I was just like, I knew you was having to, like, go back and give people back their money and stuff like that. And I was like,
and a lot of people were telling me to keep it,
and
because they supported me so much.
I was like, don't even worry about it. I ain't worried about it.
And that was another thing that really made me go back and be like, dig deeper than what this is. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly and truly, the majority of those people said that. Like, keep it, because I believe in what you got going on. Like, I support what you got going on. So that right there just made me had to pull back and be like, okay, well, it's something more than this.
Exactly.
I mean, but that doesn't mean that I may not have y'all one.
I was just about to say.
Later down the line, you gotta make that in the back of your head.
When I tell you we was shopping already.
Please, I got some stuff.
Later down the line, bro. That's hey. I don't give a fuck if I get it and have to help you.
That's what I said. If you need
like,
help,
that's a dope ass. Like, no, bro.
Straight to the point podcast gonna come through.
Where y'all heard that at? Like, where y'all heard that at? No. I'm saying nobody else. That is like
adult prom.
Man, what?
And I did that because I was thinking about
That's
like
unheard of.
my mom and them, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, my mom got to go to prom, but you know, some people's parents
I didn't go.
I didn't get to go.
I was like, man, I'm finna find the
then,
best dress I can find.
And then the comments and stuff like that was coming from
my
people.
ankle showing.
Was coming from people who recently had just went to prom. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't understand why they were so upset and so backlash.
Yeah,
This is more for that was more for like a 25 and up type of crowd.
Exactly.
So that doesn't mean
that's
what I was about to say.
That
doesn't mean that I'm not gonna have y'all one, but if so, that's what it's gonna be subject to be. It's gonna be for my older audience.
Man, that's
exactly.
for sure.
I love the jump clean.
Right.
And
I was having it just to get dressed.
And
all
I
you
was
need
ready.
is Hennessy.
Like that every time.
Yeah, look, everybody know.
That's all you need: Hennessy and chicken, and a nice dress with some sequins.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, everybody know I struggle to lose weight. I was like, shit, I'm trying to lose some weight. I'm gonna be the best dressed in this thing, boy.
And see, I was gonna do a prom because I had a parade and everything for it.
Oh yeah, you did.
So I was gonna do like best dress and like prom king and queen and everything.
Ooh.
Like, and so
And
it tore me up. It tore me up. But that doesn't mean that we may be having more real
You
stuff.
gotta keep that on the back end. You gotta come back with that one.
Right.
Please do.
Yeah, you niggas better not steal that shit. You heard it here first. Don't look at this and go steal that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't pop up with it.
We gonna come and we gonna wreck your shit.
It's gonna be
right.
It's
Like
gonna
the
be
wedding
time
crashers.
stamped.
Going around crashing everybody with it. We coming.
We
Just
gonna
like
go
that.
crash
Right.
that prom.
Adult prom crashers.
That shit crazy.
So you got anything else that you're working on other than maybe an adult prom?
Any fashion shows, anything coming?
I do want to do something with fashion, but not necessarily a show. But I don't know now because now seeing the park, Jack is like kind of sparked my interest with some things. So I told him I was gonna go home and brainstorm. But I do have something I want to do. I want to do like a catalog this time.
Okay.
So I have some pieces that I've been working on, like exclusively on the back end or whatever. And I want to put them out to a space to where with creative directory you can get to a point to where you can sell your stuff to exhibition. So I want to go ahead and start molding myself and training myself to do that. Same kind of thing like what Kanye does with some of his pieces.
Yeah.
It's premium. You get it, you don't. Like
Exactly.
the year he did the Yeezy 3 and all of the Kardashians, they all did denim with the Bowman collection, with the collaboration. And they all did the denim with the pearl. Like nobody will ever be able to, those are one-on-one pieces. So I want to get to a point to where I do that. So with the catalog, it will open up that kind of exposure. Like just send it out to different people, just for free. You know what I'm saying? People that supported me, but have the work. If you want it, if you feel like it can fit you, you can get it. You don't, and it's not it's not my size, and it's not for you. It's gonna be for the next person.
Exactly.
You get to a base like that because when you do stuff like for the Met Gala, for example, when they sell those dresses to that garment, if it's not prior to that mannequin, no matter how much the exhibition wants it, if it can't fit that mannequin, then they can't buy it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But it gets to a point to where you can sell to an exhibition, and that stuff can be hundreds and thousands of dollars to millions of dollars if you become an elite designer. You know what I'm saying? But you still have the creative directory on the back end. That's what you do. But you produce exclusive pieces to people. Only a certain amount for the simple fact that keeps me from like having to design a lot too. Like,
See, and I'm glad you said that because that's how our stuff is. Like the Levi Hunter clothing line, we only make a certain amount. So if you won for one of the first ones for that first however many to get it, you're just not gonna get it. You're gonna have to wait till whatever comes out next.
Right.
We only make a certain amount of this piece, a certain amount of that piece. So if you didn't get that hoodie you really, really like, I'm sorry. It may come back out another year or two, but it may not.
And see, that's what I like about it too. And it keeps people on high alert with your fashion too. It's a good marketing strategy, and it really lets you know the people that support you are always gonna be those same people that support you. Because it's been like that from day one. The same people that support me, they've always been supporting me. Like I know it's certain people I can call right now, and they're gonna be like, "Let's do it, let's run it, let's go." You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't necessarily. So let me backtrack. I wouldn't necessarily say I didn't have a team with putting the process together. With the prom, I just think I just was so rushed and I was so ready to deliver you guys a great prom that I really didn't take the thought to see how much it really takes. What it's really gonna take to really give you guys a good prom. So
that's crazy. That's crazy. Man, you can do something big with that too. Like you can take that from state to state, city to city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can really go crazy with that if you wanted to. Every just taking that thing like a prom tour type thing.
You're touching me, bro.
Like I said, do not steal this shit. Do not steal this shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can take that.
You heard it here first.
And you can go. hit Atlanta, boom, hit New York, boom, hit, and just have different cities and showing them, like, giving them a, man,
you need help, let's straight to the point.
You can go crazy with that.
We in there.
Crazy with that, for real.
And you know we gonna come and we gonna stunt.
Definitely.
I know, because I didn't get to make the last fashion show because I was going with the military. I remember you hit me up, and I told you, like, yeah, I'll be there. And then you told me the dates, and I was like, oh, shit. I'm going to be gone. So I didn't get to make the last one.
And then,
yeah, my mom, because mom was told me.
Oh, no, I didn't go to the last one.
The last one
I went to the one before the last one. I missed that one.
Before that.
Oh, I did. That one was dope, too, though. I heard a lot about it. Jared was in that one, wasn't she?
Yeah, Jared's one of my needles. I have about, it's about 14, 16 of them. I mean, I can name them, but I know I have about girls, right? And Jared does a great job every time, just like the rest of the girls. She was one of my nervous ones when I first got her.
Of course.
So, yeah, she was real shaky. And then I also have a character that I'm working on for a movie that's coming out in
that's what's
Northwest Georgia local movie. It's a part 2 to one that's already been released. It's called Thug Brothers. I don't want to say too much because I don't know too much about what I can touch bases on. But you can go and you can watch the other movie, Thug Brothers. Well, I don't think he has it on any platforms right now. He's trying, but he does have disc available. His name is Shannon Terry. He's based out of Dalton, Georgia.
Okay.
And a couple of my models are in that. Nisha's in it. Lizzie's in it. My cousin Nikki, they used to bartend at Cafe she's in it. It's a really good movie too. It's a good plot, good storyline. It's funny, and the girls did really good. But it's like a part 2 to that. So I'll be doing Nisha's character, which is Buns. So I just want to put some stuff on her, stuff like that. So, I'm pretty excited about that. So.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's my world right there.
Okay.
I love that.
Oh, definitely, for sure. What you been doing with acting? I mean, like you
trying to get back to it for real. Trying to get back to it. I took a break from a lot of stuff. When I left for that deployment, I kind of stopped doing a lot of stuff. But I'm trying to get back into it.
Yeah, definitely get back into it.
I'm writing a book, and I'm trying to turn it into a movie after the book is out. I want to turn it into a movie, so I'm doing that. I got 3 of them. I'm gonna do 3.
You writing a novel? You writing a novel?
I mean,
or is it gonna be
you say you gonna turn it into a movie? You writing a novel?
Yeah, but it's like I got one horror book. Okay. I got one that's gonna be like a romantic comedy book type thing. It's gonna be about like some Think Like a Man type shit. Okay. And then I got
no.
And then I got
run it back. Tell them about the Think Like a Man.
And then but the one I'm finishing now is some shit that me and my daddy came up with called Black Butterfly Creek. And it's that shit crazy. So
is that one gonna be scary?
Nah, that ain't gonna be scary, but it's almost done pretty much.
Hey, as long as I get a role in the movie, that's all I care about.
Yeah, that shit pretty much done. I'm just really putting some inner touches on it.
Oh, Sarah Corrin, the one that was here last weekend, she got a little thing coming out. She told me I could be one of her actors. So you might want to try to get you a part. But I got me a part.
Right.
I don't know what it is, but I slid off it.
I told y'all she was lit.
Look, when she said
me and Spin, we finna get together and write and try to come up. You know, you say you want to do a short film in Cartersville. So me and Spin
City. I need a part in that too.
He hit me up, and I seen him posting about it, so I hit him up, and we hit each other up on Messenger. We was talking about we're gonna get together, right, and try to get
I was trying to do that. You made me stop touching you.
Short film together. So.
Look, Sarah said she working on a short film. You know the dude on the skates with the underwear? I slid in that thing. I say, let me get a part.
Girl, you silly.
So, where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years, 5 to 10 years? I'm sneaking off his
3 to 5 years.
His thing over here.
5 to 10 years. Yep. Basically, first of all, I just pray to be here. That's the first and foremost thing.
Facts.
I really don't know. I really can't necessarily say that where I would want to be because tomorrow's not promised, and you should live every day like it's your last.
Exactly.
So it's just a mindset that I'm just trying to open up. So hopefully I'm in a placement to where I've traveled a lot more, experienced a lot of different things, seen different things, good, bad, and just so I know how to, what kind of energy I want to fill out and what kind of energy I want to give out in 5 to 10 years. Yep. So I guess if you would say if I'm in a place of anywhere 5 to 10 years, I want to be a place to where I can be an inspiration to give back to what I want to see, the change that I want to see.
Okay.
And so I wouldn't necessarily put I want to be this place.
What kind of change you want to see there?
Just people to know that you don't have to be secluded to a product of your environment, or you don't have to be secluded to the things it's so much more out there. It's so much more that you can do, and anything that you set your mind to, you can really do it. Scientifically proven, if your brain has made it a dream or anything for it in your mind, you can make it. You can make it a reality.
Right.
It's all about you wanting to do it. You know what I'm saying? So if you just push yourself to that limit and just know that you can do it, it'll happen for you. Because if you've seen it, if you physically don't had a dream about it and you don't seen it and you don't seen it laid out and you don't seen how it's supposed to go and you know what you got to do it, it's just up to you to do it. It's a reality now.
Right. When you stop and think about life and you think about the fact, like as far as historically, like mankind has come from sticks and stones to a damn cell phone where I can call you and see your face. Like, nigga, that's some Jetson shit. And we living in it right now.
Exactly. And that's not even subject to the things that we don't know.
They talking about cars is gonna be flying in the next 10 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy, but we came from sticks and stones, bro. Like that's
break your bones.
That's crazy.
Right, not like that.
You know what?
I mean, like we was in the woods.
But them words will never hurt
They
you.
won't.
Making fire.
They won't. But this goddamn cell phone will if I hit you something. Yeah.
We got it honest. It's in our blood.
Yeah, man. Good Sunday.
What we got in here?
Right.
Edward Scott's and damn
Levettes.
Levettes.
Yeah, good little Sunday, man. Y'all stay blessed, man, on y'all Sunday.
Real talk.
Definitely.
What else questions we got, man?
Shit. I mean, really, what you got? Do you got anything for the rest of this year?
Yeah, I got some stuff
You
coming
got
on.
stuff
Like I
coming
told
up?
y'all,
What you got?
Y'all
Don't
tiptoeing
yell
on
your
the-
way out of it.
Y'all tiptoeing on the-
Hey, we like double dutching in
Don't
You got
yell.
exclusive.
Y'all tiptoeing on the
yeah.
prom, so
Tell
that
us.
was something that I was kind of working on, but I was just keeping it real low key. And that was the
Okay.
other thing,
Yep.
like, you know, you don't want to get your dreams to swine. You know, you
Not at
you have
all.
to pray over certain things. You have to let it come into
Hey,
manifestation.
bro, you my kinfolk for real. Let me give you
You
that.
gotta
Yeah.
speak stuff into flourishing for yourself before you expose it to anybody else, or you know, you're just gonna speak damnation into it. But I mean, I got some stuff.
Okay,
Yeah, I just kind of have to
okay.
wait and see. Like, I just got some stuff that I've just been working on.
Peeking through the blood.
Yeah,
What, like the
keep
dude,
peeking
like the meme going around looking out that window.
But
like,
I do.
oh, there's Marquis.
I do want to have a fashion real soon.
Okay.
So even if it's just like a little pop-up shop or something like that, but y'all gonna have to come to me, dog. I'm in the A, you know what I'm
I'm in
saying?
the
Like,
A.
oh yeah.
We
So
all
I'm
in the A.
So, but y'all gonna have to come.
Shit,
to
he
me
work
for
at the
that.
CDC building, so he down there 24/7
Oh yeah, you definitely
too.
you down there. Hey, right,
Every
I
day.
gotta pass you every day.
So what do you feel like you will ever want to open up your own like store? Nah, you don't want to get your own.
Not even an
Why
online.
not?
Nothing.
Why not?
Because I feel like I don't want to say it because it sounds bad.
Man,
but-
we don't. Let's keep it raw. We keep it raw and
Cliche for you.
authentic. here.
No, it's not that
Tell
it's
us.
too cliche. I just feel like that's just gonna set me apart from being a designer and a creative director to
That's
a
true.
boutique is. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Because it's gonna get to a point to where like like with Shane Justin, for example, like those are his custom designs, but he had to go. He flew to China and met him a manufacturer to produce this stuff for him. So now he'll go like probably right now he probably making like 2 or 3 different dresses, and by in the morning he gonna send them out and they gonna already be on their way back to him. You know what I'm saying? Or if he not going ahead and making them all by himself, if he knows something that's gonna pop, he'll probably go ahead and make 5 of them off rip. You know what I'm saying? But so I feel like when you do like stores and showrooms, I mean not showroom maybe. 'Cause there's a difference between the showroom and the store.
It is.
But like as far as the store go,
Yeah.
because you have to have like a really good manufacturer, like and you know nothing's too hard for you. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever. I just feel like that would just be taking me out of my avenue, my lane, or what I'm really trying to do.
You rather touch your own stuff.
Right, and not bashing anybody that has like a store or that decided to do like boutiquing because that may be equipped for your time. You know what I'm saying? Like that may be better for you to just have you a top manufacturer and become great. Because look at places like Fashion Nova.
Would you bring somebody else in it though to kind of help you out, like with the day to day though? Because you can still put your name on it, invest in it, and do a lot of the work. But you can have somebody else to when you can't be around.
I've thought about it.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to trust people nowadays.
That's
True
true.
indeed.
Like even
True
with
indeed.
Best to do it yourself.
and it's so hard because my mama got me so spoiled to that because every event she works my door.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm so equipped to like instilling like basically saying like if I'm gonna trust you to be dealing with some stuff like that, like you know what I'm saying? I got to trust you on a level as I'm gonna trust my mama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's like a hard standard for you to reach. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
This is money that she.
I don't even trust this nigga, and that's my brother.
And I hate.
You only gonna get that from your spouse, and that's rare.
And I gotta get better about that.
I said that's rare.
Right, it is rare.
But I recognize where you gonna get it from.
Nah.
Right.
You could get it from your kid too.
I'm joking because like when him and his
unconditional love in that form.
Exactly.
When him and his homeboy had that event at Cafe Soul, I had to collect money. You see what I'm saying? So I'm joking when I say that. I'm just over here capping.
So what did you do?
So do you wanna put yourself in a position to be like a fashion designer for one of these big companies or something? Is that the
You just want to do your own thing. Okay.
I know I
independent
like
black
that.
owned.
Yeah, because when you start getting hands in the pot, like they not only putting their hands in the pot with your money, trying to teach you how to grow. They trying to put their hands in the pot with an idea from something that they don't already took.
I don't even have to ask him the question.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't even gotta ask him the question.
So like when they doing that, you know what I'm saying? I already know when you're doing stuff like that, you're taking it from somebody that's raw. So it's basically like an impersonation of you doing somebody else's stuff, no matter what kind of swing you put on it. So I just feel like that's real watered down.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean, even though don't get me wrong, it's a bag. You know what I'm saying? It's a bag, especially if you was to grab somebody like Zara, which that would probably never happen because they have their own manufacturing company. But if you was to grab somebody like that and just start producing stuff for them like that, like that's
you do a collab.
I bought a jacket from them.
No, Zara don't do.
They don't do collabs. No.
I bought a jacket from them for like $300. It's just a little gold jacket. Y'all see the jacket I wore to the jacket I wore to the high school championship game. That shit cost me like $300. Boy, I said, Jesus Christ.
You bought it?
Hey, I had that tax money at the time.
Tax money will make you do some
I ain't gonna flex.
It's a scary time when tax money.
I have to get my ratchet thoughts out before I get it. That way when I get it, I'm already like, okay, now you don't really need that. Because if I don't think about it before, I'm
tax money.
Wilding out.
I remember
I turned to a straight nigga.
Young. You remember when we was young?
Yes, you do.
We was young. It was a couple years ago. It was more than a couple years ago. It's been about 5-6 years ago. How long you and Lindsay been together?
Since high school. Sure.
Just give me a year.
12, 11, 12.
So then it's been way longer than 5-6 years. It's been about 13 years ago. And it was Battle of the Bands. I had got my taxes. Well, we went to the Battle of the Bands. Right before the Battle of the Bands, this nigga got dressed. I was like, "You're not wearing that with me." We stopped at Cumberland Mall. I bought him a whole outfit from head to toe. Just out there spending money.
That damn about that jacket, man. I was in Zara. I bought that. I had some leather pants. I had.
Hey, I got some. I ain't gonna
That's the thing.
I had the sweatshirt. It was all white. This side was all white, and this side was like all black leather. Man, I went in there and spent about $1,200, $1,500. Wow. I said I can't do this shit no more. I
miss my homie with the. My homie came around at tax time with the dealer's gift card. Like nigga, like $1,000 gift card. He was selling them shits for like $400, my nigga. Nigga, dog. I went in that bitch, nigga. Nigga, Ralph Lauren everything, nigga. Give me what's on the mannequin, nigga. I bought 2 of them hoes from him.
He said, "Give me
what's on the mannequin, nigga." Like
you
can still run into people in Atlanta that do that.
I need find me, the nasty boy on Instagram. Find me.
Like being a server, like you get people like that. They come in there like school refunds, taxes. They come in there and they spend all this money on food, but then don't tip shit.
Right.
I be like.
But the best mindset to have now, especially as we're older, because you know we was younger back then.
Yeah.
So
I don't do that shit no more.
The best way to do things when you know that you're about to get a lump sum of money is go ahead and think up an investment in a plan.
And that's exactly what I do.
And achieve it. Like I haven't got mine, but I filed, and I already having a whole event plan. Because you know you only make your profit when you get what you put in plus that. And so if I put in $3,500, I need to make $7,000 to reach my profit. But it's just about planning your goals and stuff like that. So. But we was young though, you know. That refund money, school money.
That refund money done slowed up. They done changed them laws. You know what I'm saying?
They have.
I was getting like 10 G's, my nigga. Like
I knew people that was getting. I never got that much.
It went to 7, and then it was like, bro, all we get is 3.
Hey, I got 9.5.
Nigga, what?
I I got one for
Bruh.
3 one time. I thought I was on. That was the biggest one I had ever got.
Right, that's what I said.
I first had my son, that thing was like 9.5.
That's what, hey, they changed the law the next year.
You 19, 20 years old,
what?
all that money, you like.
Bruh, you was living like you had
break.
9.5 million.
Hey,
bro,
crazy.
we going out there eat. I'm paying for everybody. I got all y'all. Don't worry
I
about
bought one time, it's probably about 5 years ago, bro. 4 5 years ago. I bought every one of Lindsay's brothers and sisters' shoes, hats. I bought they friends some shoes. Hats. Man, bro, about a month later, I'm looking like this.
Yeah.
And you heard what he said,
But I enjoyed
right?
that shit, though.
Yeah.
I asked this man for a pair of shoes. He was, I ain't got it. I'm like, nigga, I took you on a shopping spree
He
last
had already bought all the kids shit. What you talking about?
Hey,
you caught it at the
I
tail
had
end.
every color of Air Max, bro, you can think of. Red,
My thing
white,
is, when I got mine that year, I got you Jordans,
This is
a
true.
whole outfit.
But it be
everything.
like that. This
But
is true.
you always have baby boy like that, though. You can get him like
That's my brother, though.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
my brother, though.
Like that.
Bought my first pair of Jordans, you talking about. I had them
$20
dubs,
from him, give it back to you
zeros.
tomorrow.
Tax money.
It be like that sometimes.
I be like, man, let me get $20. He called me 5 minutes later. You got that $20.
You got that free.
I need that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I loaned it to you. I didn't give it to you.
I think that's just the man perspective, because I'm like that with my mom and my sister too. Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, bro, if you loan my mama money, bro, you ain't getting it back, my nigga. I just chalk that shit up, bro. I spent that. She gonna come up with some excuse like, yeah, stop talking about shit happened 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I got kids.
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't dealing with y'all. So, Marquis, go ahead and give everybody your social medias. Let them know where you can find you.
Okay, well,
sir.
y'all excuse me because I just made this Instagram not too long ago, but it is
You on there with the damn
Revamp Fashion
baby shower
Killer.
shirt. I see you.
Shut up and let him do his thing.
My bad.
it's called Revamp Fashion Killer with an underscore, and then my Facebook is just my name, but I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with y'all. I'm probably not gonna be on Facebook too long, you know what I'm saying, until I can find out how I want to cleanse my TL, because it just be too much going on, like
That's true.
too much negativity,
Facebook.
and
That's
it's
true.
like, you know what I'm saying, like if that's what y'all putting out, that's what y'all gonna get, but I ain't
I
trying to see it.
don't want
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
Facebook went to hell like once they let
I've stopped
everybody.
following
But it's a
them.
great marketing tool if you use it correctly.
It is.
Yeah.
I when I get on my timeline and I just see negative, it's a lot of people I didn't stop. Like, we're still friends, but I unfollowed them. Yeah.
And you
So
put
you
that
don't
under
see
your
that kind of
government
stuff.
name,
Yeah.
like you
Exactly.
doing that, like.
And then that's
bruh.
another thing, like when you go to jobs and stuff like that, they look at that stuff.
They
now.
do. They do.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my social media, y'all. So y'all can follow me. I do custom designs. I don't know about how many more dresses I'll take, but you know, I'll probably spit maybe a few out just off of my own discretion or whatever.
Depends
but
on
I
the
do
price.
shoes, right? And I do shoes and stuff like that too. But just come check me out. We do a lot of different things. I'm all about collaborating. Like this piece that I have on now is a collaboration and stuff like that.
Okay.
Actually, y'all can follow her too. Let me give her her social media. My friend Tiara, and I'll turn around and let y'all see it. She painted this jacket. She works with me. Hold on one second. Pull her up. It's to let y'all know that I'm all about collaborating, because I've heard that I'm not before.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It is Tiara, and it's TIAR AAPPL bum. So, and I'll show it to y'all. It's not loading. I got Cricket. Please excuse me. Raggedy Ann. But
Still in the
that's
Android.
her.
All
And
right.
yeah, that's it. Thank y'all for inviting me.
Oh,
I enjoyed
anytime.
it.
When
I
I
really
was
did.
going through my list, I was like, we gotta get Marquis.
And I was saying that I want to go, but I'm nervous. Like, I'm still nervous now, like trying not to sweat, but it was a good time.
I'm nervous for every podcast, bro. That's
Are you?
what you think the mimosa for?
I'm glad you gave it to me. It helped a little bit.
Yeah.
He's the parent.
Definitely.
Okay. Well,
That's it, y'all.
We out of here. Good Sunday.
until next time, another Straight to the Point podcast. Be sure to tune in each and every Saturday. YouTube, Podbean, and we are out.
Yeah.